This morning we have had deliberations with the Ministry of Gender, and the subject matter of our discussion has been the performance contract for the ministry for the current financial year. You are aware that as a fifth administration, our overall policy framework and development agenda is anchored on the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, popularly known as the plan. To operationalize that plan, all line ministries have developed their strategic plans for the period 2023-24 to 2027-28, which has further been broken down into annual work plans. The strategic plans are aligned to both our bottom-up economic transformation agenda, the Vision 2030, more specifically the fourth medium-term plan, and other international and regional policy framework such as the EAC Vision 2050, the AU's Agenda 2063, and the Sustainable Development Goals. The Ministry of Gender is currently implementing its 2024-25 annual work plan, and we now need to get into a performance contract to facilitate effective implementation of the annual work plan on one hand and the strategic plan on the other. The performance contracting framework is a process through which the ministry commits itself beforehand to certain deliverables by way of clear interventions, clear programs and activities that will be implemented during the activity period. When it then comes to the time of the formal performance appraisal as at 30th of June 2025, we will then be undertaking the performance appraisal on the basis of what was discussed, negotiated, validated, and agreed on at the beginning. So that is the subject matter of our discussion today. We have agreed on the draft performance contract, and this now paves way for the formal signing of the performance contract with the appointing authority, which is His Excellency the President. Over and above the performance contract, we have also looked back in retrospect and recognized the major milestones of the ministry over the past 2 years. We have also assessed the level of digitalization of the services provided by the ministry. You are aware that it is an overall policy in government that all government services must be available for virtual consumption online by all stakeholders. So the ministry has given us an update on the level of digitalization. We have also assessed the volume, magnitude, and extent of absorption of donor funds. We envisage that any funding that comes into the position of the ministry, be they by way of exchequer release, GOK budgetary provision, or donor funding, must be absorbed within the current financial year. We have equally looked at the implementation of cabinet decisions, assessed the integration of the resolutions of both the Nanyuki and Naivasha retreats into the work plan, and we have also assessed the level of implementation of the government legislative agenda based on outputs of cabinet deliberations and what needs to be progressed to Parliament in the form of bills for processing so that they can be translated into law. We have equally looked at the level of implementation of our 15 billion tree planting project, which is a priority project of His Excellency the President and by extension the Fifth Administration, and this has been assessed with specific reference to the targets that were set for the ministry.